Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. Today we are in the verse. We are on MONSTERTECH, in fact, and it is cold and blustery, but we have a plan in mind while we're waiting for 421, which I'll speak about in a minute. And that plan is to try and find some components and weapons to kit out my Hornet Mark 1. Now, with 421 on the way, and the need for escort pilots being quite popular, especially within my org, I figured it's time to get that beautiful ship kitted out with weapons and components to make it worthy. Not that it isn't worthy to start with. So the plan today is to go off and just see what we can find. Now, in terms of what I'm trying to get, there is a nose turret I want, there's a ball turret I want. Both can be purchased from, I think, Centermass. But then there's also NDBs. I want a couple of 26s, a couple of 28s, and a shredder. Or a couple of shredders. So those are the weapons I'm going to look for. And we're going to do so by heading off to some of these mining base claims, which are part of the whole... In fact, let's go the other way. Part of the whole patrol missions, ambush missions. Because I was out there the other day doing a mission in my Hornet, funnily enough, but only with a couple of weapons. Just getting through the first patrol mission. Ouch, blimey, I don't know what happened there. And I found not just a Polaris, but a Wakulo Executive F8, and I couldn't salvage it because my multi-tool wasn't working. What is going on here? So I was a bit peeved about that, but it goes to show there are a lot of ships out there to be salvaged. So yeah, that is the plan, while I just chill out and kind of chat about what we're going to do with 421, what our plans are as an org as well, which I'm really excited for. Anyway, let's get cracking. We've got a bit of a trek ahead of us. Not a great distance, but enough to cut the video there for the time being. So these are the mining bases I'm talking about. They're all just exteriors of old space stations that I used as locations for these various missions. Like Gilly's missions, the patrol missions, the ambush missions. So I'm just going to try this one first and just scoot around, see if there's anything there to be had, because there's plenty of military ships going there, a lot of them custom by players, you know, changing weapons and whatnot. And I will also run through what loadout I'm going to go for my Mark 1 Hornet. But let us get there first. Well, that didn't take long at all. We already have a hit here, which is a constellation, in fact. Let's go check this out. There's nothing I can take from the Connie, weapons or components-wise, because it won't fit in my Mark 1. I'm also going to go for all military-grade weapons, components as well. I do already have the VK00, which I bought from our org member Lyle. Finally got that in. It took me a while to figure out why it wasn't working. It's because it was broken. It needed to be repaired. What's this? Is that a Vanguard? It is. Don't know what weapons it's going to have that I can actually scavenge, though. Maybe. Might be some potential there. I'm not too sure what its loadout is. Plus, if they've swapped it about, then I'm even less sure. But these are rife hunting grounds if you are a scavenger. Got a JS400. I need the 300 and an XL1. They've been messing with this one. I could probably probably grab these, in fact. Someone else might want them. So what I'll do is I'll just... I don't think they're physical. Let me just check. I don't think that the Vanguard has physical components yet, but I need to check my helmet is on. Boop. There we go. I have my trusty tracked beam, which is working this time. That's good. But these are likely all just dead in the water. Bottle of water. But yeah, so the plan for what I need, as I say, I need 2 NDB-26s, 2 NDB-28s, a couple of shredders. Thank you, APOC, for coming up with the build, by the way, mate, because you'll know a lot more than I do. Does this open? Oh, it's open. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there aren't any physical components in here. I'm going to go Rattler 2s all round, and then FR66s, JS300 power plant. Oh no, I don't think I can get in here. I don't think there's anything to get from it. Let's try and get down. 2 glacier shields, and then the VK00 quantum I already have. I'll try shooting this ship and destroying it and seeing if it drops any gear for me. Oh, where did I park? And yeah, what I'll do is I'll just blow it up and see if the components come off, because they can be repaired, tank components. Oh, there we go. But the power plant, the XL, they will certainly sell. I'd be able to pass them on to either an org member or someone at the trade meet. We've got a couple of Panthers there. In fact, I might take the Panthers because I can use them for my Hornet. They might come in handy. But the question is whether I can get to these components. Which might be able to. Now it's soft death. I can probably see them inside and grab them out, but I don't know. Oh. Is that a shield? Oh, no, no, no. We've got an ice box. I don't know if that's any good. I'll have a look on Cornerstone. Because I've soft-deathed them, they may need repairing before people use them. So if you are buying them from me, remember that. Because that confused the life out of me for ages. Even though when I bought my VX00 from Lyle, he did tell me it needed repairing. And I completely forgot. Spent a good 10 minutes trying to get it working. Okay. Got a stock of 5 missiles there. Torpedoes, sorry. They might sell, but they do take up a lot of space. And I don't know if it's worth the risk. Ah, there's the XL1. Let's pull that out. Excellent. Alright, well, so far so good. Nothing that's necessarily usable for me, but it's all saleable, and that is important. Alright, I'll just load these in, and then I'll come back. All going in. So I've decided to take it all. The ramparts, I think they are, I think it said it's grade A, but industrial. And then the icebox was a stealth grade B, I believe. So at the end of the day, those are 2 that I can, well, 3 components there that I can get rid of if I find stuff that is better. But I seriously want to keep the, I mean, it's so weird how they all pile into each other, but it saves room. I'm definitely going to keep the JS, and I'm definitely going to keep the power plant and the quantum drive. The rest can be lost. I'm not too fussed about those. But I hope someone will be interested in buying them, so we'll see. Now, there is a downside to doing what I'm doing right now with a patch on the way. And that is that as much as there isn't intended to be a wipe, it could still happen. There is something going on with the, I don't know, the database, the inventory tracking stuff, or long-term persistence, where certain things remain and other things don't. It's supposed to all be fine, and, you know, components especially, and weapons, they're not supposed to go missing, but unfortunately they do. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them I've received back components and items and weapons that I had lost in previous patches, like months ago or years ago. They've suddenly appeared back. And then others go missing. So all of this may be in vain, but I do enjoy the life of a scavenger. And if I can... I knew there was another thing here. A Mustang, not the best. I just wanted to see if I could... Well, I just enjoy this, and I wanted to see if I could kit out my Hornet Mark 1, especially with 421 on the way. See if I can do it now rather than having to do it later. And it might be worth as well, if you find all this stuff, just storing it. Don't equip it. Store it first. And leave it in your inventory rather than putting it on your ship. Because there is the chance that if it's... Oh, distilled spirits. If it is inside your ship, it could go. If it is in your inventory, it kind of stands less chance, but it can still happen. So we've got corundum and copper there. They're both Second Life resource drive commodities. But I'm not expecting them to survive the wipe, to survive the pass. I'm going to leave those. Nothing to be had there. I'm going to leave all this as well, just because I don't really have the room for it. And none of it is too exciting. I'm just going to leave it all. It's fine. It does pain me to leave stuff behind. But I am here for a specific purpose. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll head to the next spot, because I'm not seeing any of the ships around here. We may need to fly a little bit around just to see if we see any others. And then once we arrive, I'll get talking about what our plans are as an org for the resource drive, because I'm really excited for it. So I'll see you in a minute, provided I don't crash into any of these flipping asteroids. Scooted over to the one that was closest by. Very much like the coil, the design of these asteroids, the way that this mining base is kind of slapped into the middle of them while it's been sliced open. But not seeing any ships around here, though. Unfortunately, there's no interiors to these space stations. They are just acting as backdrops. For now, I do... Oh, a little Merlin. What the heck? I do really hope that they eventually become proper realised interiors. I don't think it would be too out of the realm of possibilities with their modular stations. But yeah, so the plan for 421, the org, my org is coming to... Well, our org, it's not my org, it's everyone's org who is a member of it. But we're all in the planning stage right now. There's a lot of testing going on. There's a lot of people in the mining division, security. We're getting logistics sorted. There's no point in checking this, is there? We're coming together with a plan for how to push as many of our org members through the reward barriers as possible. Let's just scoot around the outside like this. We'll go to this one next. So yeah, it's all about, and we're not necessarily doing the hauling missions. We're doing it off our own back via the mining option and refining, and then, you know, stockpiling it, making sure that we're escorting each other to mitigate any potential piracy, because there will be a lot of piracy, I'm sure. Because pirates can steal the cargo, cash it in, and get the reward without even needing to do any of the work. So it is an absolute all-rounder type of mission, this, and I'm very excited to see how it's going to play out. But yeah, we have a good old mission plan together that we're currently putting together. So if you are in my org and you want to take part, by all means do so. And as I say, we'll try and put as many people through it as possible so that we can get all the rewards for... Oh, this might be a winner. For all of the different corporations. We'll see how that goes. This is a Hornet. Is it a Mark II Hornet? At first I thought it was a Mark 1, but I feel like with that tail it might be a Mark 2. Which means the ball turret and whatnot are not suitable. Which is a shame, but this is a nice ship. Hang on, is that saying Mark 1? Holy moly, I think it is. No, it's saying Mark II. Okay. Which means it probably has an extra size up weapon. Look at those. It's got NDBs. It's... Oh, sugar. I didn't mean to love tap it. This thing is set up to the nines, but it's probably going to be NDB 30s, I would assume, because it's got a... I think the Hornet Mark II has a 1-up weapon slot. I don't think these are anything fancy. It seems like they've gone with the stock. Palisades are alright though, we might grab those. I'll have to double check all this. Oh, NDB 28 and 30s. I mean, these are good finds. The 28s I can use. The 30s I can certainly sell those. People will like them. And then Omniskids seem to be making a comeback at the moment. Right, let me just go and see if I can enter it and disable it rather than having to shoot it, because it has got its shields up. That isn't going to be fun. I tell you, they have all kinds of vehicles, well kitted out vehicles as well over at these mining bases. If you are a salvager, salvaging org, or just looking to kit out your own ship, check them out, because blimey, please be... Damn it. Can we get in? Is it unlocked? Oh, we're going to have to blast it. It seems locked. Oh, that's the inventory. Nothing in the inventory. It will be interesting how a salvager's life changes when we start having insurance and warranties and shuttles to come back and pick up your own vehicle. Basically, when there's more encouragement to... I have no missiles. Typical. When there's more encouragement... What's that down there? To retrieve your ship, then destroy it, then leave it destroyed. Look at that. That's a C2 or one of the Hercules.
Friendly fire.
Pretty certain this has been left
Friendly
and
fire.
is not... no one's coming back for it.
Friendly fire.
There we go. Hopefully that keeps everything together. They may need repairing. Nope. 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 Okay, we'll go out. So these are probably the 30s, are they? Oh no, these are the 28s, okay. So these I am going to keep and stick on my Hornet. This can be done better, but it's fine for now. It's so nice having head tracking working in EVA. And then soon ladders as well. Oh, quality of life on its way. But yeah, I'm super, super excited for 421 and this resource drive. As I say, we've got a lot of people in the org. Thank you to everyone in the org as well, by the way, for all your efforts and working together. It is an absolute pleasure flying by your side. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to really see just how, just what is possible with that freedom of being able to find this stuff as and when you want to, wherever you want to, gathering it and selling it or handing it in. however you want. That's a really interesting aspect in this event. Plus, I'm glad it's not, you know, commodities that are always popular and pricey. It is just run-of-the-mill commodities that are needed, and it gives a real demand for them. Oh, that's the ball turret. I'm not going to bother with that because I don't think I'll be able to fit it in here. It's so hard to tell the scale of these things. You see these 30s, they're so much bigger than the 28s, even though they're just one step up in terms of the sizing. They're so much bigger when it comes to the actual scale. So trying to get that ball turret in there is just going to be a no-go. And what I will do is scrape some holes as well, as I might as well get some money elsewhere. But this is definitely something that I thoroughly enjoy doing. The downside, as I say, is that these items may not persist from the patch wipe, which is a risk I am willing to take. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully they do. Or hopefully they can get a fix in for that problem, because it is probably one of the worst issues we have right now. Alright, let's just go and see what else there is. Now, the Omniskids, I'm not going to bother, because they're a bit big. I've got what I came for. There's the ball turret, look. Just the basic F7CM ball turret, so nothing too special. There's components in here somewhere as well, but whatever. I didn't want them anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just salvage this ship, just get the RMC and fill up that, what's it called, filler. But so far we are ticking off stuff and I love it. Right, so let's move to that one. But no, the in terms of those wondering where my off-grid stuff is, the difficulty with these resets, and not necessarily the resets, it's just the number of patches that we are getting almost monthly. Every time a new patch comes out, it obviously resets my ship, it sticks it back in the local inventory, it puts all the components back in, and then I have to fly all the way back down to the planet, take it all out again, and restart from where we left off, trying to remember how much money I had. So it's the downside of having, not that I'm complaining, I am very happy to keep getting all of these patches as quick as we are, because it is really coming out thick and fast with a lot of good stuff. But the downside is it doesn't really bode well for a episodical series, right? Off-grid series. Now, that said, living off-grid with my main character like I'm doing here, because my actual home location right now, accidentally, is Lawville rather than New Babbage. So being out here, this is kind of my off-grid living while I'm doing what I'm doing and then heading back home. But I will probably do individual videos with different ships living off-grid in the various locations and just enjoying it that way. Or just more basic gameplay stuff like this, where I chill and chat and try and fulfill my own little goals. Which, if you are someone looking for something to do in Star Citizen, I do honestly recommend picking a ship. Obviously, it depends on how many ships you have. Like, if you have your basic starter ship, start with that one and try and kit it out with whatever best gear you can find by scavenging, buying and earning and whatnot, or coming to our trade meets and seeing what the traders have. But, of course, I understand completely if you don't want to, considering those things can be gone by the next patch. Anyway, let me keep scooting around. We'll go and see what this C2 is, or whatever it is. Is that what it is? Yeah, let's go and have a look. Looks like it's got a lot of cargo outside as well, so let's check it out. Considering it said it's not got any cargo inside, and I have no room for it anyway, and it's not a ship I'm interested in, I'm going to leave it for the next salvager. What I'll do is I'll hit up one more of these locations. Just the next one along. Which is this one. And then call it a day. Once we've seen if there's anything over here that's of any interest. So we'll call it a day then and head back and offload. Because I've got some decent gear there. Oh, it's a Taurus. Interesting. Again, nothing I can use from the Taurus. They're all a bit too big, are the weapons. What about this one down here? Ah, Gladius. Excellent. This might be a better shot. Wait, he's moving. Is he moving? Did he go? Did he just jump? That was concerning. Not sure what that was about. Mustang Delta. Something up there as well. Not too bothered about the Delta. And then an anvil arrow. That might be a better shot for me. See if there's... Oh, this is an outlaw faction. So this is one of the NPCs. So I'm not expecting it to have... Yeah, there's a dead person on board. A dead NPC. I'm not expecting it to have any upgraded parts. No. CF330, 337s, you know, yellow jackets, not too bad, but they're not anything good. What I'll do, I'll scoot to one more, and then see how we get on. Touchdown. So we'll just offload. I scooted around a few other of the locations, and you know, the other mining claims. Couldn't find anything else. They were all pretty barren for the, I think there was like 4, maybe 5 that I looked around. But all in all, we have actually found some decent gear. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? I'm in the right giraffe with the camera angles. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we have gathered there, but I want to load it in, make sure it's all safe and secure, so that when it comes round to 421 drop-in, hopefully they all persist and I can sell them. I mean, if you are watching and you're interested in the NDB30s, the JS 400 or the XL1, by all means let me know. You can come along to a trade meet, buy it, or anything else. The ramparts and so forth, they're not all the best, they're not all that great, but they'll do. These are mine. But no, I'm so excited for this new resource drive. It's not even, like, no matter what you're doing in the game. Like, you could be, if you're in my org, for example, you could be flying around doing anything, doing bounties or whatever. And, okay, you can go down there. And if you come across any corundum, tungsten, or copper, you just let me know, or let the org know on Discord, and we'll come and send someone out for it. So it's kind of like, no matter if you're taking part in the resource drive or not, it's cool to have people just working together and helping each other in the org. You know, spreading the word of what's been found and hopefully gathering it up. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that. Anyway, that is kind of it for this video. I am going to get all this loaded up into the freight elevator, get it stored. Hopefully, it'll keep it all. And hopefully, we'll hear more about 421 going live this week. I don't know when they're planning to bring it live. I was expecting it a little while ago, to be fair, but for whatever reason, be that they wanted to keep it longer, they intended to keep it longer in testing, I don't know. What's that one? Oh, the EOS, okay. But yeah, hopefully it's coming along soon and we can start cracking on, because we have a lot in the works for it. But with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing. I also have a camping channel if you are interested in anything and all things camping. Been having a lot of fun with that one. Not many videos coming out at the time being, because it's just as and when I can get out, but there are a few to get going with if you're interested in hot tent camping, wild camping, that sort of stuff. Come and follow me over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother, or watch me live here on YouTube at the same time. It is always a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of group off-grid trade posts, that kind of stuff. I'm also hoping to find some stuff that I can put into my Hornet that this character will be able to buy from my off-grid character. We'll see. So far, we have to reset our ship because it's being annoying. If you are buying anything Star Citizen related and you are unable to get it from the official website, do check out the IMPOUND. And by using the link, I can get you 5% off. And this can be any items, FPS items, ship items, CCUs, ships that are no longer available to be purchased as well. Plus anything bought using that link does provide my channel with a direct kickback. And the same goes for GameGlass as well. I can get you 15% off a lifetime pass on GameGlass. Highly recommend them. It essentially turns your tablet or your phone into a dashboard for your ship. Do check them out if you haven't already. It is free to use, but if you want more shards, you can either pay monthly, yearly, or a lifetime pass. And as I say, I can get you 15% off that lifetime pass. There we go. And again, direct kickback for any links used of my own. So thank you to everybody who has done so already. But yeah, hit the like button if you don't mind. It does the channel a big favor. Tick that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when my videos go live. A huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Your support is incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.